everyone, it's Taylor here today, and I'm excited to share with you how I created these cute little treat boxes using our All Tucked In collection. So it all starts with the favor box die that's called All Tucked In, and then we have these window dies that coordinate. You cut the window into the favor box so that you can see the candy right inside the box. We also have our All Tucked In Harvest and Halloween clear stamp sets for adding a sentiment and some of those little icons to your treat boxes. So here you can see the die that we'll be using, and I have a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. When we cut that in half at 5.5 inches, you can see that I will get 2 favor boxes out of 1 sheet of cardstock, and I'll have some left over as well. We're going to put that through our Big Shot machine, and when that die presses down into the paper, it's going to not only cut it, but also create the score lines that you need in order to fold the box easily. You can see how the score lines press in there, and our next step is going to be to add that window. I'm putting that into the solid square on the favor box and sending that back through the machine. You can see the window that cuts out there with the die. Now our next step is going to be to take our bone folder and add those score lines, giving them a nice crease by pressing down on the bone folder. It should be pretty easy to see exactly where you need to score. And then you can loosely fold that together just so you get an idea of how it goes together before you do the rest of the stamping. And also you can see we need to add a piece of acetate behind that window. We don't want any of our candy falling out, so by cutting this square at approximately 2 by 2 and adhering it behind the window with a little bit of liquid adhesive, that's going to keep any of what you put inside from falling out. Now be careful with that liquid glue. You don't want it to seep through to the front of your project, so just a very little bit goes a long way. Next, I'm going to do my stamping. You can see the clear stamp set here. I'm just going to arrange those on a block, stamping the sentiment in the center, adding some small bats around the outside edges, and then also I've taken the stars, this tiny stars in the set, and I'm stamping those tone on tone with the candy corn ink all the way around the outside flaps of my project and the top flap. So those are the ones that are going to show once we get this all glued together. So I wanted to add a little bit something extra to those. I like to start with liquid adhesive on those 2 small flaps at the bottom and pull in and adhere them to the side flaps, making sure that they are adjusted equally on the sides so that the bottom of the box lines up perfectly. Then we'll take those side flaps and add adhesive to those, and the flaps that we stamped on will be adhered over the top of the other side flap. Now you can see in the back there's a small slit where you can slip the top of the box in and it just closes perfectly. The last step is to add your candy, whatever you like. I have some candy corn here, and then you have perfect treats for your little trick-or-treaters or the special little ghosts and goblins in your life. So thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you learned something new about our All Tucked In collection. You can find all of these products at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com.